Hi everybody, Kevin McNamara here. Welcome to the Inspired Healing Podcast, proudly sponsored by 100 Days to Self-Mastery Challenge. That is a challenge where you get to go inside, select your own challenge. It can be anything at all, but know this, it will change your mind, body and soul. There's a 7-day free trial right now. Links are down below. Go and check it out. Now here's today's episode. Hi everybody, Kev here. Consistency, discipline, massive action. I know you get sick of hearing me say that, but it's got to sink in. It's going to make your year the best you'll ever have in your entire life. Consistency, discipline, and massive action. Get on it. Now, I want to talk to you today about, or ask you a question actually. What is your most valuable asset? What's the one thing you can't buy more of it? It doesn't matter how much money you've got, you just cannot buy this particular thing. What is that number one asset, the most valuable asset? Well, I'll tell you what it is. It's time. Time is the most valuable asset that you will ever have. You cannot buy time. Every second that you waste, every second, a fraction of your life goes away. That guess what? You'll never ever get that back. In fact, 5 minutes ago is gone. That 5 minutes of your life is gone. So if you're wasting your time doing something stupid, it's gone. And people have two ways to waste time. And the first one, a lot of people do. A lot of people do this, and that is procrastination and just wasting time engaging in activities that are not actually good for you. They don't do anything for you. So when you watch mindless TV, you're throwing away time you could use on, to work on your dream job or your dream business, whatever it may be. And one episode at a time that you're watching is just wasting that time. It's just disappearing. You won't get that back. And I guarantee you can't remember the first episode of some show that you watched in 2 years' time. The second method is actually quite deceptive for you because it misleads you into thinking that you are using your time for good, but actually you're not. And it's hidden under those layers and layers of fake productivity. And this happens when you attend meetings all day or you're answering emails all day and you think you're busy. And you get on every possible phone call, you're on webinars, you're buying courses, you're doing courses, but you're doing nothing with them. And eventually you realise that if you assess the amount of time that you needed to spend on those so-called necessary activities, you'd see how much time you're actually wasting. And if you're doing a course, great, but most people just do it for the sake of doing it. They're not actually learning anything. They do it, or they do one lesson and they put it aside. They just get rid of it. I remember years ago someone said that it's amazing how many, and this is when you got hard copies of courses, so they were like on CDs, DVDs, that kind of thing, and even the old VHS. And someone once said, it's amazing how many people have got all these courses in their library and all these books in their library. They do one chapter of them or one video of them, and that's it. They don't do any more. And they're all just sitting there, all these courses. I know that because that was me. Absolutely. I've still got videos and books that I've got there that I want to read that I haven't read. So we all do that. But your job now is to actually give your life a bit of an audit. Audit how you spend your days. See how much time you're wasting just wasting time, just on silly projects, on silly things, on TV, on Facebook obviously, and Instagram and all those things where you just mindlessly scroll through the feed, and then you look at your watch and you think, oh, where did that 2 hours just go? And it's gone. You can't get that back. Time is so precious. It is just so precious. One day you're a 17-year-old racing around all fit and healthy and, having a fantastic life with all your mates. Next minute you look at your clock and you think, oh, geez, I'm in my 60s. How did that happen? Where did that time go? And trust me, it goes damn fast. So stop pissing away your time. Audit how you spend your days so that you don't get robbed of that most valuable of all assets, time. Time is super important. You can't get it back. You can't get it back. So if you're working on things where you're being consistent, where you're being disciplined and you're taking massive action, you're using that time for good. You're using that time to help yourself, to better yourself. So stop wasting time on things that do nothing at all for you. Be consistent, be disciplined, take massive action on things that are going to help you, and use your time wisely. Because life is short, time really is limited. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for listening. I really do appreciate that. If you enjoyed this episode, then please subscribe, rate, and leave a review for the Inspired Healing Podcast on Apple Podcasts or your favorite podcast app. And don't forget, come and join me inside the 100 Days to Self-Mastery Challenge so you too can change your mindset and your life. We now have a 7-day free trial. Go and check it out. Link is in the show notes below, and please have a most inspiring day.